Hello everyone, and welcome to the 5th episode of The Good, The Bad, and The Fugly, a weekly video series in which we quickly sum up our game reviews from the past week at GamingUnion.net. My name is Brian, and I'm here with Nikki and Daryl.
On The Good, The Bad, and The Fugly, or GBF, we give short descriptions and our basic verdict of each game we've reviewed in the last 7 days.
These shows will be short and to the point, and if you want more info on any of the games we talk about, be sure to check out the full review on GamingUnion.net.
This episode will be summing up our game reviews from March 19th to the 25th, 2011. Our first title is one of the more anticipated titles to come from Sony for the PS3 and PSP, MLB 11 The Show. This week we reviewed the PSP version. Fans of baseball are certain to enjoy the game. The title is pretty easy to jump into, and when you can successfully perform a double play, it certainly feels gratifying. In addition, the animations are very well done for a portable title. However, the game can be extremely frustrating. The pitching and batting mechanics aren't exactly precise and feel completely random at times. The controls, in general, feel sluggish and non-responsive. Given that this is a game that requires Twitch reactions, this can greatly hinder the gameplay. And for those of you who already own MLB 10, you won't be getting much in the way of new content. Our 5 out of 10 may seem harsh, but MLB 11 The Show just doesn't meet the bar it should have.
If you thought a boxing game couldn't have a story, then hold your doubts until you try EA's newest installment into their fighting franchise, Fight Night Champion. You take control of Andre Bishop, an up-and-coming fighter who has his career taken away from him by a corrupt promoter. When he's fresh out of prison, you have everything to prove and go all the way to the title. The storyline may not be overly creative, but it's certainly engaging and will keep you occupied. Having revamped the fighting gameplay, players will have control of a much more fleshed out system and will be knocking out opponents in no time. The graphical presentation is also a notch above previous installments, and the motions are fluid and well executed. The instant replay camera needs a bit of refinement, but it's not a deal breaker. An 8 out of 10 should tell you to go and give Fight Night Champion a shot. You're sure to enjoy it.
Fans of Dissidia Final Fantasy have long been waiting for the newest game in the series, Dissidia 012. What the game first lacked in story, this installment more than makes up for. Set as a prequel to the first title, there are many new characters to fight with as you try to find your way to stop the endless war between the two deities, Cosmos, the god of harmony, and Chaos, the god of discord. The same innovative battle system that came with the first is back again, but better refined. The graphical presentation is fantastic for a portable title, and some of the arenas you'll fight in look positively amazing. Dissidia 012 has lots of replay value, and it is completely deserving of our score of 9 out of 10. If you are a little disappointed by its predecessor, you will finally find enjoyment in this excellent sequel.
Our fourth title comes from Runic Games in the form of a port of their popular PC game, Torchlight, but this time it's on the Xbox Live Arcade. You create your own character and then journey to the town of Torchlight. You find that a series of caves and dungeons underneath the city are home to evil monsters and sinister schemes that you must exterminate. The gameplay is reminiscent to the old Diablo franchise, and fans will certainly find enjoyment here. For a downloadable title, it's easy to say that Torchlight will give you a bang for your buck, as you'll spend over 10 hours playing the campaign alone. The gameplay is fun and complex, the presentation is stellar for the genre, and the replay value is nearly limitless. If you're looking for a fun fantasy game to play, our 9 out of 10 shouldn't discourage you from picking this up on the XBLA store. You won't be disappointed.
PSP fans might want to check out the new game from the folks over at Opus Studios, Jikandia, the Timeless Land. You play as a male or female student riding the train to school when suddenly the train falls into a mysterious portal. You find yourself in the land of Jikandia and must help rid the world of newly arrived monsters. The story elements impact every facet of the gameplay, including how long players can spend in each dungeon. Unfortunately, the graphics and sound aren't quite up to the bar they should be in relation to other portable titles. However, that setback didn't keep us from enjoying the title and giving it a 7 out of 10. Even though there are other RPGs out there with similar mechanics, Jikandia the Timeless Land has some great additions and will keep you entertained for quite some time.
Our final game will have tennis fans reeling with 2K Sports' newest title, Top Spin 4. If you're expecting a repetitive game with boring mechanics, you would do well to curb your expectations. After spending a little time in the tutorial mode, players will set out on their career to increase their stats, skill level and fame. If you grow tired of playing against the AI, then the online mode will help you hone your skills to a razor edge. 2K Sports made sure that their title was not just a simple ball beater, but rather a game that revolves around strategy and precision. Even though the twitch sensitivity seems a bit off, especially when playing at the net, That hasn't deterred us from giving Topspin 4 a whopping 9 out of 10. You will have tons of fun with what we believe is the best tennis game to date.
And that wraps up this episode of The Good, The Bad, and The Fugly. We have an exciting list of reviews for next week, so make sure to check back in. If you want more info on any of the games we talk about, be sure to check out the full reviews on GamingUnion.net.
Be sure to subscribe to the podcast feed to keep up to date on all our shows. Just search for Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts Union podcast channel on iTunes.
Or you can download the episodes directly off of GamingUnion.net.
If you have comments, suggestions, or discussion points, feel free to join us on the forums or follow us on Twitter. Our account is twitter.com/GamingUnion. Until next time, my name is Brian.
I'm Nikki.
And I'm Daryl.
And this has been a GamingUnion.net and TweaksMusic.com production.